There is a land there of such teeming streams. Water gushes in rushes over rocks and splashes in dashes down the hillsides and whirls in swirls under waterfalls. I even stop whistling just to listen to the choirs of the streams sing their way down to the orchestra of the sea. But all too soon these gorgeous hills gave way to a flat valley, and the fields had some strange large brown patches in them, like they'd been clumsily shaved by an upside-down helicopter. A signpost told me that I was heading towards Water's End, and the sound of an engine warned me of an approaching human. He was on a quad bike and seemed unusually pleased with himself. He had a shiny green helmet with 2 brown stripes on it, and it said Water's End Water Ranger Grade 1. "Up on, stranger! No point in walking. You build up a thirst, it wastes water." I climbed up beside him as he took a swig from his water bottle. He looked at me nervously and then, after thinking, offered it to me, but I could see he was uncomfortable with it, and he watched me like a hawk on a mouse. "Where you heading, stranger?" As I took the bottle away to answer, he all but snatched it from me. "Nowhere. I've never been here before." "Well, I'll take you to the Sea of Salvation then," and he swung the quad bike round aggressively and hurtled off. It was bearable until we hit one of these brown patches, and then all the dirt flew up and I was blinking grit and chewing dust. "What happened here?" I said through gritted teeth. He swung the quad bike round in a spurt of dirt. "Glad you noticed, stranger. One of my greatest achievements. This is where I earned my 2nd brown stripe. 15 acres of meadow removed." "Why on earth would you want to remove a meadow?" "Well, save water, of course." He could see the look on my face, like 2 bricks had just collided in my brain. "We all need water, right?" "Well, of course." "Well, loads of water falls out of the sky and is wasted, dripping off trees and running down hillsides and soaking uselessly into the earth. My job is to redirect it into the Sea of Salvation. It's a gorge a day's walk long and we're filling it up with water." "But don't you like sighing grasses and shimmering fish and singing frogs and scrumptious flowers?" "Oh, you're one of them, are you?" And he spat fiercely on the ground. "No, not really. You can't drink flowers. You can't drink frogs." Suddenly his eyes narrowed. He had seen the enemy ahead. Over Water's End, a bubbly cumulonimbus cloud was forming, and the Water Ranger, with 2 brown stripes, was on to his walkie-talkie as fast as the lightning was flashing in that cloud. "Waterboy Swim Ranger here. A cumulonimbus cloud. Sector 27, the damp zone. I estimate a 400-tonner, about 15 minutes to downpour. Assemble the Phanelephant, launch the watercopters and alert the pipelines for a rain surge." Depressed though I was by the mindset of these people, I was nonetheless impressed by the military precision of the watercopters. In less time than it takes to do up a cheap cagoule in the wind, helicopters had formed a circle beneath the cloud, holding angled plastic sheets to direct the water down into the giant Phanelephant that was joined by pipelines to the Sea of Salvation. They fired a missile into the cloud to froth it up, and it released its water early, most of which appeared to go down the Phanelephant. Good work, crowed Swim Boy. Bet you ain't seen nothing like that, stranger. And he took an extravagant swig of his water bottle. He thought about offering it to me, but changed his mind. No, I haven't, I said, and I hope I never do again. Where I come from, across the shimmering sea and down the gorge of gorgeousness and across the mishmash marshes, we love to lie in lush meadows and look at cloud shapes in the sky. We have damp woodlands where rare orchids grow that look like monkey bottoms. We have limestone cathedrals carved by centuries of untamed water and luminous outbursts of kingcups along the edges of streams. We love to listen to the rain and watch it pouring down the window pane. The ranger was staring at me like a 6-year-old kid who's just woken up on Christmas Eve and discovered that Father Christmas is a vampire. Soon this sea of salvation will be full and covered over, and we'll have spare resources, and we'll come across that shimmering sea, and we'll come down that gorge of gorgeousness, and we'll go through those mishmash marshes, and we'll sort out your muddy mess. I bet you've got puddles lying everywhere. We certainly do, I said, great big puddles that reflect the stars and the moon, and that splash people when you jump in them. We love water, it's all part of this bountiful and abundant universe. The young water ranger took off his helmet and polished his brown stripes thoughtfully. Tell them we're coming, stranger. The reign of rain is over. You'll find the shortest way out up through that valley there. I know, I said, right beside that stream that's laughing at you day and night. Never fear, stranger, Swim Boy's on the case. That stream will soon be a dream, and that water will be where it ought to all be. And he sped off on his quad bike in a fountain of dust. Just before returning to the singing sanity of the hills, I noticed on the ground a spark of yellow, and I looked down where the water ranger had spat earlier, and through the grudging moisture of his saliva there was a wild daffodil of rebellion starting to push through. The troubadour stood up and did a pirouette that made his yellow trousers flash in the bonfire light. Then he walked over to the fire and spat expertly into the middle, enjoying listening to the sizzle. Let there be water, my friends. It's a tragedy to live in prison when you are free. It's a mockery to live in thirst when you are showered in water. Drink deep with abundance. Drink deep